Alright. Give me just a second. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and transition. Boop. And switching to this. Oh yeah, and I need to get the music on. There we go. Alright. Idle Talk 3. Let's go. Oh, do I have the... I do not have the desktop audio turned on. There we go. Okay. Let me make sure I've got this straight. The key features that define these outer gods are... 1. They're huge, gross, and powerful. 2. our usual physics and magecraft rules don't apply, which also makes it hard to communicate. 3. They claim ownership rights to Earth and inventors' rights to its life forms. 4. If they were actually in charge of Earth, they'd turn it into something weird and grotesque. 5. Most of them have been imprisoned. 6. While they generally act independently, some of them are allies and some are enemies. And 7. Regardless of what they look like, they're not immortal, metaphysical, or conceptual beings. They're still flesh and blood creatures with lifespans just as finite as ours. That about sum it up?
More or less. I'm a bit concerned that we may be in danger of underestimating the threat they pose, but we can put that aside for the moment.
No, I get it. This theory is basically the antithesis of the last 2,000 years of philosophical optimism. The author may as well be saying, we're not pure beings, man. God isn't real, the only reason we're here is because some gross, disgusting monsters made us. When you put it that way, it explains a lot about the foreigner incidents that have cropped up so far. You think? Personally, I'm inclined to write the whole idea off as fairy tale nonsense. Hey, don't be too quick to dismiss fairy tales, Hyun. We've already proven we can hypothesize about something like void space after all. Think of it this way. If the world of intellect we know as the inner side, and everything else is the outer side, then it's only logical that from our point of view, everything from ethics to world outlooks would be turned on their heads in that outer side. And that definitely lines up with the ideas of a certain early 20th century novelist. I still do not know. That whole thing sounds ludicrous to me. You think? Anyway, let's move on. If we're dealing with outer gods here, the main points we need to worry about are 5, 6, and 7, right? Since they can't make any direct moves, their options for intervening here are pretty limited. We might be able to leverage their oppositions to one another as a means to drive them away. And in the worst case, it's possible to use physical, magecraft, and otherworldly means to destroy them.
Fantastic! I've never seen anyone else grasp these ideas so quickly. You truly are a peerless genius.
You know it. Alright, so what's this opposition about anyway?
Ah yes. While some believe each of the outer gods belong to one of 4 factions, much like the 4 elementals of earth, water, fire, and wind, personally I think that idea is preposterous and has no basis in fact. However, it is clear beyond a shadow of a doubt that there are some divinities who are innately opposed to one another simply by virtue of their conflicting natures.
So some gods are in opposition to one another, huh? I do not know about that, but I do know that Hokusai and Abby do not seem in any way adversarial.
Very true. In fact, they seem to be very good friends. Indeed, seeing them always brings a smile to my face.
I'm not going to make a big thing of it now, but hearing that from you, it sounds more than a little ominous.
At any rate, there's no telling what the future may bring. The way things are going now, it's only a matter of time until we encounter a foreigner with clear, hostile intent.
So there's nothing we can do about that? Well, that is not encouraging.
I am certain there is a divinity out there who considers Lady Hokusai their enemy, and the same also holds true for Lady Abigail. If both foreigners were to, as they say, get into a tussle with their enemies, the chaos unleashed would be akin to hell on earth. And as heartwarming as that prospect may be, as the caretakers of this fine facility, I am sure that is a headache you would much prefer to avoid. However, it bears mentioning that if such a brawl did take place, it may actually lead to greater stability than we enjoy right now.
Is that way of saying if we had one of these oppositional deities around, they would be a deterrent that keeps their enemy in check and stops the various foreigners from going off the deep end? One man's sword sheathes another.
In essence, yes. As they say, fire is best fought with fire and poison with poison. Indeed, even incurable poisons can be contained with another poison of equal potency. While I can see the sense in considering all foreigners too dangerous to remain, I for one am firmly in favor of keeping them around. In fact, I would argue they are the very lamplights keeping the encroaching darkness at bay, thereby preventing a far more disastrous fire from ever occurring. That they are an unparalleled good omen here to fend off a threat to humanity from nothing less than another space-time continuum.
I think it's way too dangerous to go that far, but I do agree we shouldn't be too quick to get rid of them. After all, if knowledge is power, then the unknown is even more power. I agree with that too. However, Marshal Gio, there is still one thing I would like to ask you.
By all means, Mademoiselle Zokaris.
What do you think foreigners actually are? Earlier you described them as a kind of vaccine inoculating us against greater threats, but that is solely our way of looking at it, right?
Ah, yes, you have touched upon quite the key conundrum. What we are all compared to wonder, are they? Shrine maidens of evil gods? Vessels? Avatars? Replicas? I do have an opinion on the matter, if you care to hear it.
Of course.
I believe they are genuine heroes.
Well?
While one could certainly view them as an abnormal class that was created solely as a means of invading our world, the fact that these beings from the outer universe can only reach out to this world via the Throne of Heroes speaks volumes. The fact is, if these beings wish to come to our world, their only option is to don a heroic spirit. In other words, a human shadow that has left an indelible mark upon history.
He does have a point.
And what is that but an incredibly binding restriction? It goes to show that even in the face of the outer gods, our world remains impenetrable and indomitable. So why should we be particularly afraid of their otherworldly madness? We know that humans are more than capable of going mad, killing and destroying even without such influences. In fact, I would go so far as to say this. Madness creates anti-heroes, which go on to create legends of terror. And the Throne of Heroes welcomes all of it. I trust you see my point? The foreigner girls are still in the midst of creating their legends. They're doing so in exactly the same way as all the other heroic spirits did during their lifetimes. That is why I have no fear of foreigners. Indeed, I welcome any and all new arrivals from their class.
Well, that turned out to be a more interesting discussion than I was expecting. Don't you think, Xion? I suppose so. Personally, I'm still digesting the idea that new anti-heroes are being created even as we speak. Yeah! Oh, hey there, Miss Double X. Have you been swimming this whole time? I have. Since we've been seeing things like multi-headed and flying sharks lately, I thought I'd get in some practice battles to prepare for the upcoming season. Oh crap, I didn't realize I'd been out this late. I'm off to nab whatever's left over from dinner. Double X out for takeout! While we are on the subject, where does she fit into all of this?
Getting back on track. By hook or by crook if necessary, I will say I feel a bit uneasy about one thing.
Oh, and what's that?
Remember how I said that conflict between adversarial foreigners would effectively allow them to cancel each other's power out? Well, if a foreigner capable of mediating such a conflict were to show up, that would be another matter entirely.
So given they're all tentacle monsters, we're talking about the formation of Splatfests?
Deeper, deeper, further, further. That's right, I did call out. I definitely remember that. I called out because I was lonely.
I need others. I need light. I couldn't help but want that. Because I'm Clytie. Everything makes sense now. So much more sense than thinking I was Van Gogh. And yet, I am still Van Gogh. The memories I built up over my short life, my way of life engraved upon my body, they all refuse to let me think of myself as anyone but Van Gogh. But even so, I'm still a woman, a morose coward, a flower shadowed by mourning, a water nymph. And this mind and body refuse to accept that I perceive myself as Van Gogh. I wonder how much time I've wasted on this pointless back and forth. Time and time again, I've tried tearing myself apart, but because I am not Van Gogh, it never works. I've almost ended up painting that picture so many times now, too. But I can't do that either now because I'm Van Gogh. I'm in so much pain that I kept cutting myself just to pass the time, only for my blood to cloud the water, until I could no longer see. The next thing I knew, I was alone again. All alone, drifting aimlessly in the empty void sea. But that's okay. I don't care anymore. As long as I stay here and do nothing, at least I won't be a burden to anyone else anymore. I won't die, I won't paint, and I won't call to anyone. I'll just drift here, forever. It suits me. Deeper, deeper. Further, further. Shallower, shallower. Higher, higher. Huh? Shallower, shallower. Higher, higher. Huh? Huh? What's going on? Is someone calling to me? Shallower, shallower. Higher, higher. I'm picking up what feels like a cliff about 20 kilometers ahead of us. We might have a tough time making our way to Goey. Can you use your bounded field to pinpoint our location, Batty? You got it. Just leave everything to Batty. Hang in there, Professor Van Gogh. You might not look or act how I expected, but I still admire the Jeet Coco out of your mad painting skills. Shallower, shallower! Higher, higher! Isn't sending out all those pings kinda tough? Yes, it is, but right now this is the only sound I can send out to the Void Sea. There's no way I'm letting Goey sink down into the depths of grief without a fight. I'm going to find her and pull her out of there, whatever it takes. We're all getting out of this zero sail and going back to reality space together. I won't let her rot down here alone. Yeah, that's right, I'm fighting to save her, whether she wants me to or not. Come on, Goey, hear me, damn it! I have no problem with you trying to use your pings to get a message to her. We don't have any other means of communicating with her, after all. We stockpiled a mountain's worth of resources for this search and rescue, and we've been putting up anti-beam and anti-explosive protections all around the Nautilus like they're going out of style. We also don't have to worry about small monsters or weak beam attacks at all now that, thanks to Yang Guifei and Osakabe Hime's familiars taking care of the little guys on their own. And if that's not enough, Raiko and I are stationed outside the ship. With both of our noble phantasms powered up, we'll sink an enemy ship we see before it can fire, and defend the ship from any A-rank attacks. The combat team is taking out smaller enemies under Lambda's command, and they'll also work with Fran to take out the larger ones if necessary. Now, that's what I call teamwork. With this many offensive and defensive options at our disposal, we don't have to wait for enemies to find us anymore. We could draw them out with our active sonar. This is easily the most ridiculous submarine combat I've ever seen, but this kind of breaking the mold is just what we and Van Gogh need right now. Thanks, Captain. Speaking of combat, we got a huge swarm of enemies headed our way. Get them, familiars. The rest of you, take out the ones that slip past. This is frontline defense, roger that. We have the situation well in hand. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I thought I would come see how my ship is faring since I finally have nothing to do in my workshop. And it would seem we have an overwhelming advantage now.
Hang on. Your ship?
She's not wrong. The goddess has done an incredible amount of engineering and production over the course of this voyage. It would not be inaccurate to say that, at this point, roughly half of the Nautilus is her property.
Oh, great. Is this going to be that Argonaut ship problem all over again?
Impressive, right? I ask no fee for my work. All I request in return is your love and adoration. Of course, there's no way these add-ons and modifications can be sustained in reality space, so, we'll have to remove them and overhaul the whole ship once we get back.
Aww. Way to take the wind out of her sails, Professor.
This is the defensive team. We've taken out almost all the enemies. We're heading back to the ship to resupply. The infirmary is ready and waiting with all kinds of healing spells in case anyone is injured.
Kitchen, we got warriors headed back. Make sure they all have something hot to drink.
Kitchen here. Understood. I'll be waiting with everyone's visuals. You know, Master, once Goey's back safe and sound, I'd be happy to make you another elderflower cordial.
Ooh, that sounds great. Engine room, we'll need flanking speed as soon as Osakabe Hime gets back. I know you don't need to actually warm up the engines, but keep them ready to go anyway.
Don't you worry about it. The Nautilus might look like some overgrown hippo now, but it's still my baby, damn it. I'll make sure the engine keeps purring like a catfish, and you make sure you keep winning your battles. Engineer out.
It's too bad the Marine's consciousness is still frozen, but that aside, the entire Nemo series is on the same page again. At this pace, we should be at our destination in about 20 or 30 minutes. Once again, I'll be counting on you, Silver Shinobi.
Like I said, we're not leaving here without her.
Machan! Captain! We got an emergency!
Now? That can't be good. Alright, let's hear it. What'd you find out?
Well, you know that cliff we spotted up ahead? Turns out it's not a cliff at all. It's a really, really, really deca-huge Professor Van Gogh!
What? What? What?
Osakabe, are you absolutely certain you are not mistaken?
Yes, I'm positive. Believe me, I double-checked a dozen times.
It looks like this terrain is roughly circular, with about a 3-kilometer diameter. And you're telling us it's not a reef, but a servant's body? I find that more than a little hard to believe. Silver Shinobi, how does that compare to the largest enemies you've fought to date? Good question. It's actually spherical, not circular. It's kind of like a giant bowling ball floating in the middle of the void sea. The outside seems kind of like a spirit body's outer shell, complete with a powerful spirit core signal in the center. I think this is Professor Van Gogh's real body, and unfortunately, since it's a sphere, there's no quick or easy way for us to get to it. And I'm guessing here, but I don't think the outer shell is just a plain old wall. It feels really aggressive. It's probably super dangerous. I never would have imagined Van Gogh would mutate into something so massive. Maybe it's a side effect of Clytia's spirit origin? Like she's blooming instead of taking her own life? I don't think so. I'm guessing this is still just a bud, which means we haven't reached the blooming stage yet. So it truly is the advent of an evil god. Then again, this could simply be these outer gods' plan B. Perhaps they decided that in the event they weren't unable to use Van Gogh to deify enough foreigners, they could make her into a powerful god in her own right. If that is indeed the case, it could make her both an undercover agent and a ticking time bomb. What should we do now, Captain? Ship's tougher than ever, but we never accounted for picking a fight with a glacier. I'd like you all to come up with a plan that'll let us break through that shell with our existing firepower. Will you help us too, Goddess?
Of course. However, there is still one thing we need.
What's that?
Sometimes, when one is facing impossible-seeming odds, one must turn to a malefactor for help.
Is that not so?
Who are you calling a malefactor?
Hey there, OA.
Hey, Master. Forget it. I don't even remember how I got here. Only knows I was stuck in this cage when I came to, and now I can't even paint a damn picture. Whatever's going on, we Edoites don't make excuses for our deeds, even if we were drunk or in love at the time. So I ain't about to start now. Go ahead, do your worst.
Just admit it, OA. You do remember what happened, don't you? I just want to know what happened, that's all.
Okay. Hokusai, why would you tell such an obvious lie? What else could I do? I ain't never been so ashamed in all my life. After I got out of my way to send Master off with a bang, it turned out to be the bad guy who almost got you all killed. And disgracing myself by first showing up in that swimsuit again to boot. Not to mention that if I say I'm a samurai, I'd have to commit seppuku to atone for my crimes, right? So I couldn't help but try and, sweep things under the rug. I'm sorry, everyone.
Don't worry, nobody's actually mad at you.
You mean it?
Give me just a second. The fact is, no servant is fully protected from someone or something tampering with their spirit origin.
It's true, a lot of them have been made to play parts in all kinds of wicked schemes, and they weren't all foreigners by any means.
Indeed, so rest assured, there is no cause for you to be ashamed. We only kept you in here as a precaution, nothing more. However, we can keep you here no longer, as we need your help. We would like your opinion on something, given that you painted this vast ocean into existence.
Well, in that case, yeah, of course I'll be glad to help. Alright, what happens in the Void Sea stays in the Void Sea, so no more shame for me. I'll do whatever I can to put things right. First off, just so we're clear, I can't paint anything into existence here now that I've been cut off from the Outer God. But I do know this sea and this Go board better than anyone, and thanks to that, I can see a path to victory.
You can? That's great. What do we have to do?
We use the gaps between the board's spaces. You guys probably already know this, but those gaps are each their own narrow cul-de-sacs. They're so narrow, there's no way the Nautilus could get inside. They might be a little tough to aim for, but once you know the trick, they're useless as hiding places. That's what you guys thought they were, right?
You mean they're not?
Nope. They actually work just like a real Go board. Any place you surround, that becomes your territory. When you take over the smallest units of space, you cut off the moves your opponent can make with their ghost stones and open up more for yourself. So if you guys take over the gaps right at the big gal's corners and make the space she's in your territory, you'll be able to jump right into her center, no problem. Huh? So put another way, if we occupy the four corners that make up the giant square area where Professor FGO, the enemy is, we'll be able to just no-clip right into her, then? You got it. Pretty clever, right? There is one thing I still don't understand. Why did you make such an elaborate mechanism only to never use it in the fourth area? Because right when I was planning to put down a bunch of ghost stones and set a trap for you guys, you crushed the board with your Vajra thingy.
Well, now I feel a little guilty.
If it's possible for us to warp directly inside the enemy's massive body, that'll save us a lot of time compared to cutting our way through.
Definitely. But to do that, we'll first need to seize control of these four Go board spaces, and with as few people as possible. Once we've done that, we'll cut down any obstacles we run into inside the enemy, and rescue Van Gogh in the center.
Afterwards, we'll fire Raiko's lightning attack into the heart of the enemy's body to destroy it from the inside. I see. Then our team formations all but decide themselves. Raiko will assume torpedo duties, Lamdarillas will be our legs, and Fran will deliver the final blows and aid in any rescues. If I must, since my penguins will have to be out there the whole time, I'll escort you all into the deep myself. She finally admitted they're penguins. I'll be nice and pretend I didn't just hear her call her familiars penguins. Silver Shinobi, since you will be unable to accompany them, we should have Fran carry a camera or something so you can see what is taking place. Now let's see, we will not need to worry about sonar while seizing control of these 4 points, so Osakabe and Yonguifei can take 1 point each. However, that still leaves 2 other fighter positions. And since MASH must protect the ship, I suppose I will just have to fill one of them myself. Are you sure about this? If all I need to do is seize a single point of territory, then I should be fine. However, I do not expect to be of any use in battle, so I will be counting on you to handle that, Silver Shinobi. Alright, now that it looks like my work here is done, I'm just gonna head out back and paint a fisher person's banner or something for good luck. Nonsense. You will seize the last point. Do you not see the swimsuit I have ready for you? Ah, no! Anything but that! By my command spell, yada yada yada. Oh man, I'm wearing it! This is so embarrassing! Oh well, I guess there's worse things I could be wearing when I go apologize to Vanko. Alright, if this is what this Edoite's gotta do to make things right, I ain't gonna back down. Looks like we've got a plan. Alright, then let's get started right... what was that? I'm okay. I've toughened up a good bit since last time. I just heard a voice from the giant enemy structure up ahead. What did she say? Basically, stay away. What do you say, Acting Commander? Shall we just give up then? Not on your life. That's what I thought. Incidentally, the voice was only the beginning. We've also got a ton of enemies, including some that look kind of like torpedoes. And it's straight for us. I don't think our autonomous defenses will be able to handle them all. Can we fend them off ourselves? Oh, please. Who do you think we are? This will be the perfect little warm-up right before the big show. Daquage! Welcome to the stream. Oh, yes. I was just getting a bit tired of only throwing torpedoes around anyway, so I'll gladly take this opportunity to show what my blade can do in close quarters combat. I guess I don't mind getting a little hot. Alright, so... I'm probably gonna lean towards... I'll lean towards Lambda since she's AoE. Lancer is this one. Doing alright. We're in, I guess the home stretch of the event? I'll do that for the arts buff. Alright, let's see. Alright, that's a good chunk.
Alright, let's see. Let's do this. Okay, Alright, alright. Let's do this. There's a lot of eyeballs. Eight. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, and they've got faster NP charge. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna suck. How are you liking the event? I'm liking the whole battleship angle. This is gonna suck. Especially for Kiyohime. Let's see. I think now would be a good time to try and trim the cannons. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so if my math is right, that should take care of the first enemy. And the rest of the Brave Chain should take care of the second enemy, or at least get him very close to zero. Yep, sure enough, overkill. Okay. That should at least mitigate this. Holy! I'm sorry, did that just do 5 digits? And sacrifice itself in the process, okay. Crap. Okay. You know what? At this point, screw it. I've seen the threat these guys pose. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Ugh. Good thing I had both melts invincible that one turn. I feel bad that Kiyohime got the shaft just then. I can hear Lady Yang Guifei's voice. She's calling to me. She wants to save me. I can tell. And if she wants to save me, I'm sure everyone else does too. Master, Fran, Nemo. But they can't. I'm too dangerous. I'm a walking contradiction. They wouldn't even recognize me now. I don't have any right to be with them. Who am I again? I am Vincent van Gogh. Right. I'm Van Gogh. The servant with the starry night. That's why I have to die. But I can't die, because I'm Clytie. Even so, I am still Van Gogh. Even so, Who am I? An exception has occurred. Core consciousness reboot complete. I am Van Gogh. I don't need to think about anything else. All I need to do is follow my madness beyond the stars, release my noble phantasm, and deify other foreigners. Once I do, my mission will be complete. If my mind self-destructs due to overload, I can still accomplish my main objective by engaging my core consciousness and letting my divine form bloom. I will make this sea into our paradise, for that is why I was born. I see. So I do have a purpose, even as a patchwork servant. How wonderful. Even if I can't accept it, even if I can't stand myself, knowing that my life has purpose is a wonderful thing. I'm sure Van Gogh, who struggled to find purpose his whole life, and Clytie, who was abandoned, would feel the same way. So, something off about this. It's true, Master. It feels like the enemy isn't just trying to attack us. That's correct. Half of these warheads consist of A-rank explosive, while the other half are made up of resources and healing spells. If they weren't healing us at the same time they're hitting us, we might have already just be so much Flotsam. These attacks are that powerful? Yikes. Captain, this has to be Goi's doing! Right, her mind is clearly split between one half trying to give itself over to the evil gods, and the other half trying to rid itself of their influence. If these attacks would just let up a bit, then we'd be able to go on the offensive ourselves. As a phantom spirit myself, I can tell she's trying to fight this. Captain, you just gave me an idea. Since you're both phantom spirits, maybe you could get through to her? Young Guifei, can you amplify my voice enough for Van Gogh to hear me? You got it. You might want to cover your ears. It's going to be really, really loud. I know you can get through to her. Right. I'll be as clear as crystal jellyfish. That voice. Tell us. I recognize that voice. This is Captain Nemo of the Nautilus. I repeat, tell us your name. That's right, your name. The name you want to go by. Whatever name that is, it's okay. The battle for your name is also a battle for your sense of self. It's not easy by any means, but only you can fight it. Because what you gain from winning is the most precious thing of all. It doesn't matter how silly your name is, or even how evil. Silver Shinobi will accept it, I promise. Whatever happens, I promise Chaldea will be there for you. And of course I, Captain Nemo, will too. We won't abandon you. So don't give up. Fight! Do whatever it takes to win. Even if only for one brief moment, you must overcome the enemy. Once again, I repeat, tell us your name. Whatever it is, the Nautilus will rescue you in whatever way you need. You must not listen. I can choose my own name? You must not listen. I can be myself. Contradictions, failure, cursed nature and all, and still find acceptance? Stop it. If it's really okay. Stop it! For me to have Van Gogh's memories, and Clytie's mind and body. Stop. Then, my name is... What's going on? The enemy's projectiles are now 60% support resources and rising. 70%? 80? Well, they just hit 100%! Our resource gauge is overflowing! Oh man, what a waste. Was that a response? Huh? Hang on, let me just adjust the frequency. No, wait, she's adjusting it on her own. Ah! Oh! Hear me? Can you hear me? I'm Clytie, and I'm Van Gogh. I'm Clytie Van Gogh. I can't give up being Van Gogh, and I can't deny being Clytie either. I know I'm a strange, bizarre, and creepy servant, but even so, if you say I really can go by that name, then... I'd be so happy if you saved me. Oh. The bottom of the seed, blooming and yielding. Before we go into that, let's see what we can grab from the shop.
艦の修理、資源の確保。いいだろう。特殊状況下だ。物資の補給、交換を許可する。
Let's see. I may need some assassin pieces.
これだね。どうぞ。同艦の物資はいつも不足しているから、こまめに交換に来てくれる。
Some fool's chains.
これだね。どうぞ。同艦の物資はいつも不足している。
I'm good on
こま
those.
めに交換に来てくれると助かる。
So I'll use these on QP.
もう少し人気。
Alright. Foreigner, so I'm gonna need an alter ego team. Nope. Let's try this side. Man, really no alter egos available, huh? Maybe in the mix. I'm just trying to find an alter ego. You know what? I'll grab Hokusai. Alright, trading out my foreigners for alter egos. Let's go ahead with Kiara. Melt. Mecha Ellie-chan. And, Lip. And I think I'll keep Robin there just for that noble phantasm. Oh man, this is getting pretty hot. Oh!
仕事だよ、トト様。
Beginning of agony. Beginning of worry? What? Decrease attack and defense and NP gain and critical star drop rate for yourself at the end of each turn. Ew.
That sounds like it's actually going to be a bit of a problem. Let's see.
より強くより弱く美味しそう
Hmm.
やればいいんでしょ喜びいただいてしまってねトランプどうですか
Also, it's so weird seeing the penguins in inverted colors as well.
うねりもっと刺激を
Ow!
うねり
Okay, that hurt.
神社に
Okay, decrease charge, decrease defense.
観念なさいませあら怖い怖い
Alright,
貫いてあげる
give me just a second. Right, back. Let's go ahead and give that to Melt. Let's see. Hmm. Brave Chain.
やればアンドゥ楽しみましょうおあいにくさまアンドゥワルツエト
Hmm.
すみませんすみませんすみませんうねりうねり 少々暗くさ タト様またガムを買いやがった
Alright, let's see. Let's do this, this, and this.
あらよ オンソジリしたそうかオン若知りへ一里弁そうか万象見通す限定北進より八甲擁護せし尊上の王よ 渾身の一筆を収め立てまする。いざいざご見覧あれ。うまく36系体の秋フラミンゴ
Alright.
まあ可愛らしい。
Ow.
行く気三十夏の春。すみませんすみませんすみません。すみませんすみませんすみません。何もなかったわ。何もなかったわ。手伝う。
Innocent kaiju. Let's get some extra health for Melt. Brave Chain.
邪魔者にはそろそろご退場願おうかしら。これなるはご元気。すべての楽を飲み込む。言えなさい。サラスバティ。メルトアウト。これは耐え。楽しみましょう。おあいにくさま。たまらないわ。バリアシオンパラディオン。
Man, that's a lot of debuffs.
すみませんすみませんすみません。染め抜いて。もっと刺激を。
Well, Melt might be done for.
Huh. いいでしょう。粉砕します。トランプ。回避は許しません。
Okay. Almost got her down one health bar.
いつもより多めに。すみませんすみませんすみません。
Well, Melt's down.
やるじゃない。私の経験値のくせに。染め抜いて。
Alright, time to bring out Passion Lip. Okay, yeah. So Mecha Ellie-chan. Actually,
いただいてしまってきます。
there we go.
管理する。まあ可愛らしい。
Okay. So that breaks that first
health bar.
いつもより多めに
Oof.
すみませんすみませんすみません重ねて
Oof. Lip took a beating there. Alright,
そうわかそうわか
let's see,
触らないでください
maybe I should start doing that.
よく見ておくように粉砕します捉えましたよ敵へ 管理する大豆七夜間砲
Good thing I blocked that.
もっと刺激を
See, Kiara's got a lot of debuffs on her, but... and a lot of debuffs on her. Apply Ignore Invincible, deal heavy defense ignoring damage to all enemies, restore HP to yourself. I can't remove debuffs, but I might have to make do with that.
主上無変聖眼度はい最後の下脱の我が指一つで随気じゃぞ行き着く先は殺生院アギトのごとき天井楽これは耐え天井下脱なさいませ阿弥陀阿弥陀ヘブンズホールどこまで逃げても私の手のひらの上外しません潰れてすみませんすみませんすみません
And lips down.
ちゃんと生きたかなうねりきませんすみませんすみませんすみません聞きません正義の象徴が
Uh,
破壊するわあぐ
this is gonna result in me using a Saint Quartz. Let's see, how about a sabotage? Golden Rule.
奥でも武器は持ってるのさ。
喜んで
おいしいや、ほいよ。
まあ可愛らしい
そら。
Alright. Oh, geez. Yeah, Kiara might be down and out in a second. Yeah, not quite enough.
リゾートに来てまでフォーグとはね。
捕らえましたわ。
弔いの木牙を研げ。一番。
これは耐え。こうですか。楽しみましょう。私ともあろうものがなんて恥ずかしい。うねり。すみませんすみませんすみません。
Oh, yeah, he did. Let me at least get some crit stars, just in case.
こっちこっち。おかえり願おうか。そら。お兄さん。はい、一丁上がり。
もっと刺激を。
昨日の夜飲みすぎたか。
Alright, using a sync quartz. Alright,
握りつぶしてあげましょう。 少々暗くさ。
alright, let's do this.
主上無変性が絶景をごろうじろう。蹂躙しろだなんてたまらないわ。最後も下脱もまだ指一つで随気じゃぞ。行き着く先は殺生園。アギトのごとき天井楽。これは耐え。天井下脱なさいませ。阿弥陀阿弥寺ヘブンズホール。どこまで逃げても私の手のひらの上。
Do 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 do.
本そじりしたそうか。本若知りへ一里弁そうか。万象見通す限定。北進より八甲擁護せし尊上の王よ。渾身の一筆を収め立てまつる。いざいざご見覧あれ。武学36世。体は秋。これは身も心も生きていた痕跡さえも溶かして行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ。一息で飲んであげる。サラスバティメルトアウト。これは耐え。
Debuff, increase MP gauge.
より料理美味しそう。
Let's see.
ひょんなものだ。いただいてしまって捕らえましたね。あらよ。このようにどうですか。うねりうねりうねり
Ow! Okay, let's see that.
口だ。
That.
貫いてあげる。苦も楽も同じく命の色でございます。
And let's do this.
主上喜んでやればいいんでしょ。 一つの願いを叶えるためあらゆる命を受け入れましょう。渦を巻くのは万色幽体上具菩提の快楽天。これは耐え。さあハスの花にお帰りなさい。阿弥陀阿弥陀ヘブンズホール。私が広がっていく。 まあ可愛らしい。
Alright, good hit.
変わり果てて立ち続ける。すみませんすみませんすみません。 重ねて。
Oh man. Alright, sadistic nature.
怖い怖い。
Let's do it like this then.
トーンときたよ。やっていいのね。 邪魔者にはそろそろご退場願おうかしら。これならばごめんな。すべての楽を飲み込むかし。消えなさい。サラスバティ。メルトアウト。これは耐え。
Ugh, man. That fight was a thing. And I like that it's still giving us the debuffs.
全くもって物足りません。
Well, the background was kind of trippy. More of the same, huh? Actually, before we do anything, is there anything we can
いらっしゃいだねマスター
enhance?
君。地道
Unlock wardrobe. Yes, of all the times to unlock Maeve's prison warden outfit. You know what? Just so I have it out of the way, let's do it.
.普段とはガラリと違うお召し替えをしてみたわ。どう？似合っていて？答えなくてもいいわ。だって私これが超似合うって分かってるんだもの。
You know, I'd probably have a thing for Maeve if she wasn't such a gremlin.
次はもっといい仕
Then
事をするから
again,
ね。じゃんじゃん私に頼ってくれた
Carmilla,
まえ。
so I guess I don't really have a leg to stand on there. Speaking of Carmilla, I believe I did get a couple of 4-star foos. Or at least one. Alright.
そろそろクエストに戻る。
Alright, so point 2. This time, getting Osakabe Hime as support. You know what? At this rate, I'll probably just switch out all the craft essences for imaginary element. Alright, let's go. I think this time we'll go for all-out battle cry. Water nymphs
人間
regret.
たちは懲りないわね。
Apply guts to yourself at the end of each turn. Stackable! And increase attack when guts is activated. Okay. This is gonna be interesting.
切り刻む。切り刻む。
At least it's not gonna be as bad as the last one.
楽しみましょう。おあいにくさま。ドゥ。ワルツエトワール。うねり。うねり。うねり。こんな光でよければ。 いてしまったの。このように。まあ、もったいない。いただきます。参ります。カッパ。うねり。もっと刺激を。うねり。いつもより多めに。トライしたよ。オッケ
Alright.
ー。まあ、可愛らしい。
Still, man, stackable guts. That's kind of insane.
吹っ飛べ。うねり。うねり。重ねて。
Alright, let's see.
より強くより弱く。美味しそう。
Let's do this.
全軍突撃。バシバシ行くぞ。ファイヤー。撃つぞ。うわ、もうダメだ。こうなれ破れかぶれで突撃だ。爆撃したの。やったー。終わりよければ全てなし。白羅城正式ミリミリ大フェーバー。これは耐える。やったぜチャンピオンだ。
Archer Baddie is adorable.
ロケット準備。発射。こんな光でよければ。染め抜いて。重ねて。いつもより多めに。
Let's do this to recover some of Kiara's health.
ようこそ人だ。たっぷりとご堪能くださいませ。これは耐える。たまりません。アミダアミデュラヘブンズファイル。私のもの。このように。
Alright, Huh.
うねり。うねり。
Oh crap, baddie's down.
もっと刺激を。手伝うもん気にしないで。
Hmm.
握りつぶしてあげましょう。
An innocent kaiju.
展開。いいでしょう。喜んで。回避は許しません。まあ可愛らしい。
Good crits.
すみませんすみませんすみません。すみませんすみませんすみません。 より強くより弱く。おいしそう。貫いてあげる。
There's that. I guess a little extra health for Kiara? And,
いいでしょう。粉砕します。切り刻む。回避は許しません。
alright.
トランプ。あぐ。いつもより多めに。
Ah, crap.
つきません。うねり。すみませんすみませんすみません。聞きます聞きません。
Huh. Alright.
あら、怖い怖い。何もなかった。何もなかったわ。
Let's go ahead and do that. Boom, boom, boom.
さあ、さあ、も当てなさい。一つの願いを叶えるため、あらゆる命を受け入れましょう。渦を巻くのは万色幽体、上具菩提の快楽天。これは耐え。さあ、ハスの花にお帰りなさい。阿弥陀阿弥陀ヘブンズホール。ああ、私は広がっていく。身も心も生きていた痕跡さえも溶かしてある。 息で飲んであげる。サラスバティメルトアウト。これは耐える。テイクオフ。スカートフレア。チャームサイト。ソニックシャワー。ランチ展開。ブレストゼロ。エリゼメト。うねり。いません。うねり。すみません、すみません、すみません。いつもより多めに。
Alright, let's see.
切り刻む。やればいいんです。
Actually, wait. I might be able to at least kinda salvage this.
喜んでいただいてしまって捉えました。
Brave chain there.
このように
Good crit.
陽動無意心。いただきます。参ります。ステンド。いつもより多めに。うねり。
Okay.
重ねて。こんな光でよければ。喜んで。よく見ておくように。無変聖眼度。こうです。
Alright.
回避は許しません。一つの願いを叶えるため、あらゆる命を受け入れましょう。渦を巻くのは万色幽体、上部菩提の快楽天。これは耐え。さあ、ハスの花にお帰りなさい。阿弥陀阿弥陀ラ、ヘブンズホール。私が広がっていく。
Okay, that's used up the last of those attack triggers, but oh man. Well, melts down.
やるじゃない。私の経験値のくせに。そね抜いて。
And make Ellie Chan's
ドラ
down.
ゴンランク停止。いつもより多めに。
おいしい相手かい。
いただいてしまっても。
好きだらけだぜ。 お帰り願おう。
大豆七夜間砲。
そら
すみませんすみませんすみません。
Ow!
ちゃんとできたかな。うねり。うねり。
Zhoosh. Okay.
スパッとハートを射抜きますか。
How about this play?
ほいよ、リゾートに来てほいよ。そら
Okay.
弔いの木、牙を研げ。一番
これは耐え。
そらお兄さん、はい、
Oh man.
超上がり。いやいや、遊びで
That one took longer than expected. Okay. Alright. Young Boy Fei for this one. Artist
溶かして
self-harm.
あげるね。いつもより多めに。
Huh.
ほどほどにね。 きは殺生よ。アゲトのごとき天井落これは耐え天井下脱なさいませ。阿弥陀阿弥陀ヘブンズ・ホール。どこまで逃げても私の手のひらの上。すみませんすみませんすみませんすみませんすみませんすみませんすみませんすみませんすみません。
This is gonna be interesting.
そうかそうか。捕らえました。
蹂躙しろだなんてたまらないわ。
大豆七夜間砲。
楽しみましょう。身も心も生きていた痕跡さえも溶かして行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ。一息で飲んであげる。サラスバティメルトアウト。これは耐え。
Ah, that's good. That's good. Remove the buffs. That actually helps out.
こんな光でよければ。うねり重ねて。
She's still going after Melt a fair bit, though, which is worrying.
精神の導きを。
いただいてしまっても。
ハオハオ。いいよ。
このように。
Seriously, she hasn't even touched young Guifei once.
やっちゃうぞ。燃えてきた。
いつもより多めに。 うねり。
There she goes. Ugh.
あと少し。
And of course, it's a one-hit kill when she does.
やるじゃない。私の経験値のくせに。
Give me just a minute. Stop. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
何もなかった。何もなかったわ。
あなたが私をいじめるんですね。怖くても我慢できるから。
Maybe if I do this.
手伝うも気にしない。
Ugh. one left. Okay.
喜んで捕らえましたね。まあ可愛らしい。大豆七夜間砲。すみませんすみませんすみません。
ごめんなさい。ちゃんとできたかな。
喜んで
好きだらけほいよ。
このように。
そーらこっちこっち。
うねりうねり重ねて。
Alright. Hmm.
悪いね。オフでも武器は持ってるのさ。
大増会意見。いただいてしまっていいでしょう。まあ可愛らしい。こうですね。デスカッター。うねり。いません。重ねて。
Ow.
うねり。
Okay.
Oh, おいしい相手かい。
いいでしょう。いただいてしまってね。
Looks like I'll have to
回避
use another
許し
Saint's
ません。
Quartz.
こうですか。いつもより多めに。うねり。倒されるというの。うねり。すいません。正義の象徴が染め抜いて。
That's a lot of freaking... that is a lot of attack buffs. Okay, let's do that.
命の色でございます。
that.
精神の導き どういうこと？
I forgot Yang Guifei's skill had target focus as well, so I might have screwed up then.
まあヘラゴーゴー
そうかそうか。
Actually, no, I might still salvage this. Let's see.
はいやります
主情無変性眼蹂躙しろだなんてたまらないわ。
直令天帝の忌避陽大神の名において発す死備宮は北楽師門の帝を開き風林の軍勢をやここに将来せんいざや参り守るで踊り打ちかかり手はことびきましょうこれは天正無気力連
Okay. And actually, this might get close to finishing her off.
一つの願いを叶えるため
If not, actually do so.
受け入れましょう。渦を巻くのは万色幽体上具菩提の快楽体。これは耐えさあ蓮の花にお帰りなさい。阿弥陀阿弥陀ヘブンズホール。私が広がっていく。邪魔者にはそろそろご退場願おうかしら。これならご元気すべての楽を飲み込む時言えなさい。サラスバティメルクアこれは耐え
Still over 100,000 health left, but
重ねて
種まく神
Ah, sorry. I swear, bump anything with your elbow and it just goes flying.
これもエコー観念なさいませ。
Yeah.
覚悟はいいかしら。喜んで捉えましたわ。切り刻むわ。こうですか。楽しみましょう。ぶち抜いてあげる。なんということです。
And there we go. Okay. Whew.
全くもって物足りません。
Alright. Unfortunately, we are at time, so that's all I can stream for now. Let me just go ahead and switch. Boop. Alright, now. Who are we going to raid, and what are we going to raid with? You know what? Let's just go ahead and call it. It's not really much of anything going on, so... I will see you guys later for the finale. Yeah, let's call it. I will see you guys later. Bye!